Welcome back to Arrakis Central. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Well, it's been a slow news month ever since the last Dune Awakening Direct came out. We had good information last month on the servers and how they'll work, the different zones of the game, and how players will interact and travel between those zones. We don't have a lot of news other than the Community Signal Communet Signal number 1 edition, which is a new basically a news update blog on their website at Dune Awakening. But really all we know now is that the game is still in closed beta. They keep saying that people are getting invited in waves. We don't really know if that's actually happening or not. It must be small numbers. But other than that, all we know so far is that the game will have those 4 different zones. The servers will be seamless. You'll travel in a travel slipstream mode to different areas in the game, and you'll have areas to interact with other players. There'll be PvE zone to build your base and PvE deep desert zones for PvP. So it's going to be so far a very interesting game. But Gamescom is coming out, and we're going to see actual live gameplay, they claim, and we will see how that turns out. But some of the areas I think we're interested in seeing is the actual live gameplay, like a real person playing the game in real time, the building, the traveling, the scope of the levels, how big will Hagabasa be, how big will the deep desert be. We want to see some of the actual real mechanics because that's what we care about. One area I'm very curious is how in-depth the survival is going to be. For instance, how long will you have before you basically dehydrate and die out in the daytime in the sunlight, and how fast it will before you starve, areas like that. Like how often are you going to have to kill animals and in the early game and feed off of them for survival. I also want to hopefully see how the tech tree is going to work, how the leveling up is going to work exactly, and are you going to be having to make other equipment and items with a combination of spice and materials, or is it going to be only just materials such as iron ore or standard materials like we'll see in other games? In the book Dune, the Fremen used spice to manufacture items in some sort of composite, so to speak. They make ropes and forms of plastic from spice. So I wonder if that will be integrated into the game, or is that just basically a long shot on that? Another thing we haven't really seen yet is if there's going to be a persistent story campaign around the PvP or PvE zones, which small chapters, so to speak, small missions that are, doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but I'm curious to see if they are going to have any type of narrative play at all, or is it just going to be purely very simple PvE missions where you just raid a zone, raid a base, something like that. But I'm curious to see what happens with that. But until we really see the gameplay, we're not really going to know any answers for sure until we really get down in the nitty-gritty and we possibly get a open beta. And the way things look, it does not seem we will have an open beta this year. I could be wrong, and if it does come out this year, it won't be till the end of the year more than likely. But I'm speculating on whether or not we even get that at all this year. We haven't had many hints of an open beta, just that we are continuously in a closed beta for this game. That's all we know. And we are going to get some gameplay. I don't know how much live gameplay footage this month at the Gamescom. So until then, we won't really know, and it's all speculation. But we can wish and can hope for open beta this year, but we will see. Until then, I will talk to you later. Thank you.